Good morning, everybody! Today is April 8th, 2012, and we're playing more Lost Odyssey. Welcome back. And in our last episode, we basically left off on the Ipsilon Mountains. We have our new party members, Seth and Jansen. Still don't know too much about them, as we're still very early on the journey. Although we do know that Kym and Seth are immortals, and Jansen is a mortal. And we also know that Kym is haunted by some kind of dreams or memories. And Jansen is up to no good, as we can tell so far. Anyways, we are in the Ipsilon Mountains, headed towards Grand Staff, but before we head on, there's a couple of things I want to show you that was introduced to us at the end of the last episode. And the first very important one is the skills. Now basically, there's two types of skills in this game. Mortal skills and immortal skills. So in other words, Kym and Seth, their skills work a little differently than Jansen's. And the way they work is immortal skills, such as Kym and Seth's, every time they level up, they cannot learn any magic at all. They can't learn anything. The only way they can learn spells or whatnot is by skill linking to a mortal spell. So in other words, they can learn from Jansen. So what you do is you select skill link, you select Jansen, and then you select which ability, as we're under Kym, you want him to start learning. So I'm going to start off with level 1 white magic. And as the battles progress, he will eventually master level 1 white magic. So he's linked to it, so now he's going to start learning it. Okay. So once he learns it, you can set it to his skill slots. Right now he has no skills available. I can't speak to save my life. So he has no skills at the moment, but once he learns one, we can equip it. We're going to do the same exact thing with Seth. We're going to have her skill link to Jansen, except I think, what the hell, we'll have her learn level 1 white magic as well. It's good to have healing on everybody. So she's set. Everybody's set. Now, you'll notice that Kym has an enhancement on, which looks like he's learning something from there, and Seth does. I'm going to explain that right now. Basically, when you go to equipment, he has the Holy Knight Charm on right now, which is fine. That's the bracelet we equipped on him, or the accessory. Immortals can learn all the accessories, so you equip them, and over time in the battles, they will automatically learn them, and you can equip them as a skill. Whereas mortals can't. They have to have the accessory on. So right now he has Holy Knight Charm on because he needs to learn it, and once he learns it, he doesn't need to have it equipped anymore. A little confusing at this point, yes, but too confusing, no. You'll understand that as we go. Seth has none on because we haven't equipped any on her yet. So which one do we want her to learn? Hawkeye reveals the type and elements of enemies. Not bad. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Not bad. All decent things. We're going to have Hawkeye on her now, so she's going to learn Hawkeye until she masters it. Now, you notice that Kym has the Bruiser Ring on. She has nothing. Well, we're going to give her something. Let's go to Ring Assembly. We're going to show you how this works as well. And we're going to go ahead, and because we've collected a lot of whetstones throughout our adventures already, we're going to make another Bruiser Ring. And this is where Ring Assembly really comes in handy, because you can use all these items you collect throughout the game to make certain types of rings, which is awesome. So we're going to go into Seth now that we made a ring and equip a Bruiser Ring on her, because she could definitely use it to increase her attack a bit. And she's set. Now, Kym and Seth are set. Real quick, if I go to, just to show you, if I go to skills on Jansen, you'll notice that he works a little differently. You can't equip any slots or link anything to anyone. That's again because he's immortal. So he has these skills by default, and as he levels up, he automatically learns new skills and whatnot. So it's kind of like old school RPGs for him. Pretty cool system. We'll learn a lot more as we go, but for now, that's all you really need to know about it. Now let's equip him with an accessory. Again, he can't learn accessories. If you see on the bottom right where it says learning progress, not available, he can't learn them, but he can equip them. So we can automatically give him one, and I think I'm going to give him Berserker Necklace. Do a little more magic damage. So that's it. We're pretty much set. he has no enhancements, so we can't really do anything with that right now. No rings or anything. So we're pretty much set, and that's about it for now. So let's continue on. Okay. A couple treasures you can get in this area, including right in this tree right here, 100 gold. A lot of useful treasures, so you want to make sure you definitely don't miss any of the treasures. I might miss a few, but as long as I don't miss the important ones, that's all that really matters. And here we're introduced to our very first battle with characters. Now this is going to introduce a new element. Jansen's going to talk here. And basically I'm going to let him talk. Well, he's going to talk, but it's not really dialogue, it's just more than words. So, hey look, the enemy's got a little formation going. Any formation, the front row provides a defensive wall for the back row, so any damage inflicted on the enemy's back row is reduced. He explains it. It's the GC wall thing I was talking about earlier. It's another strategy element into battles. So, for example, time, right now we can only attack this, kind of showing you there's a front row and back row. This enemy is in the front row, the other enemy is in the back row. For now we're just going to attack the enemy in the front row, just to show you. You can see how tight the front row's defense is with this. Guard condition GC. Okay. The gouge on the upper left-hand corner of the screen indicates the enemy's guard condition. The gouge on the upper right indicates ally's guard condition. So we both have our own walls. The top left is the enemy wall. Guard condition is made up of the total HP of the front row. It's a little confusing at this point, but basically you get rid of the enemies in the front row and back row will start losing their defense. Pretty simple. So, there you go. We one-shot them. Okay, that's not bad at all. And now that we killed them, there's no guard condition left. If you see on the left, it's like an HP bar almost. And now this back row guy is completely vulnerable to all of our attacks. Oh look, now they're casting a spell. Here's a little hint for you. See the action order display on the bottom? Exactly. Well, you punched out the guy who was trying to cast a spell, right? That extended the amount of time he needs to pull the spell off. So basically, another element is if someone is casting a spell, an enemy, and you attack him, has a great chance to delay his spells. So it's pretty useful. Enough talk, let's go. So basically, you'll learn more about the GC wall as we go. Basically, all you really need to know for now is the fact that what the hell? No! Shit. Sorry about that, folks. Welcome to the new age gen consoles where everything's run off of batteries, and I kind of screw myself. Because our battery went low. No, I don't care about the spell tutorial. So, yeah, that's basically it, folks, for the explanations. You'll learn more as we go. It definitely gets a little more complicated in terms of, like, formations and all that as the game progresses, but for now, it's pretty straightforward. You just gotta kill the front row, kill the back row, and you're done. Seed obtained. Another seed. Those are gonna start to pile up pretty quickly. Still, obviously, we're not going to collect, like, all of them right off the bat, but it's just nice to know that we already have a good chunk of them, and the more you get, the more pretty cool weapons you get and whatnot. Okay, here we have a new group of enemies. Now this is where I get to actually show off a little bit of my magic. So as you can see, we have two enemies in the front row and one in the back row. Now I'm going to show you real quick what happens. If I scale between them, you'll notice it's like different front rows. You'll notice when I scale between the enemies, the GC thing on the top left, the bar, is changing. The more of the bar they have, the harder they are going to be hit. So to show you, for example, if I hit the Unicorn B, who's in the back row, which I'm going to demonstrate, I'm barely going to do any damage. So also I'm going to demonstrate the new ability Flare. But check this out. Alright, she's attacking the guy in the front row. His GC wall went down. So she's reducing everybody else's defense just by attacking the enemies in the front row. So anyways, here's what happens if you attack the guy in the back row. Only 36 damage. And the only reason that it was only 36 damage done again is because he's in the back row, so he's protected by that wall in the front row, therefore you're not going to do that much damage. As you can see here, Jansen's flare ability, though, is pretty damn strong, and regardless of having a back row or front row, it's still pretty damn good, and there's a good chance you can still do a ton of damage to an enemy in the back row, even when there's a lot of enemies around. Flare is pretty sick. Okay, and he's dead.
Well, have you fallen for me yet?
And look at all that experience. Very nice. Everybody leveled up in one shot. That's what I like to see. Whoa! Kaim learned level 1 white magic. Seth learned level 1 white magic. Seth learned factual analysis. Jansen learned level 2 black magic. Woo! That's a mouthful. Good God. Okay, let's take a look real quick since Jansen learned level 2 black magic. You can cast Sleep and Prism. 2 new abilities. Okay. We'll learn more about, like, different magics and stuff as we go, but... Anyways, now that Kaim and Seth have pretty much learned the linked skill that we linked 2 battles ago, white magic, we can link another skill to them. See, they learned that. Let's link level 1 black magic for Kaim. Okay. And we're gonna link level 1 black magic for Seth as well. Now you'll notice she mastered factual analysis, which was the accessory she had equipped, whereas Kaim still hasn't mastered his accessory. So we can go ahead now, if we go to Seth, we can equip a new accessory on her because she mastered Hawkeye, as you can see. Now if you unequip it, she's not going to have it on, but I'm going to show you something real quick. Okay, Platinum Gauntlet. Let's put Steve's Bracelet on. She'll learn that next. So if we go back to her skills now, she has empty slots. Now we can put the level 1 white magic we just learned on there, and we could put the accessory, which she mastered, factual analysis, on there. Pretty cool. Also, I forgot to do that with Kaim. He learns level 1 white magic as well, so I'll put that on him. So that's how Immortals basically work. Okay, continuing on. Let's actually get through this place. Oh my god. And I'll show one more battle. Eventually I'm going to start editing these battles out, but I'm just showing them off right now because I'm trying to basically get you guys used to them, or how battles work and all that. And eventually they'll be pretty straightforward and whatnot, so you won't really need to know it very well. Prism is a pretty good spell, but it takes quite a few turns, so I'm not going to use it right now. I'll stick with Flare right now, because I think it's Jansen's best spell at this point in the game. I have a hard time getting a perfect with the Bruiser Ring. I used to be really good at it. I've kind of gotten worse or whatever is wrong with me, but it's all good. Good. Birdie's dead! And here's Flare. Should one-shot him. Yep. You'll quickly learn that Jansen can really be one of the most powerful characters in the game. Pretty much. And on the bottom left, you can see the turn gauge, you see who's next and all that. I explained that already. What else? That's about it. I mean, the battles start getting pretty straightforward and more understandable as we go. Oh, by the way, my battery's about to die. Again, I didn't quite really change the batteries. I just had other batteries laying around, so that's great. But Jansen leveled up again, and Kaim learned Crisis Defense Boost, so he learned his accessory. Now we're going to have to go to Skills. Now that he learned that, we can equip it. Very nice. And now we can equip a new accessory on him. So we'll equip Hawkeye. Pretty cool. Alright, let's continue on. Let's make sure we look everywhere in this place because there's a ton of treasure to be had and a ton of treasure that's just easy to miss. So I'm going to be editing out a few of the battles from here on out. I will be showing some off, obviously, once in a while, but for the most part, for now, you got the gist of it. You know how it works. Now I just plan on kind of editing battles out and just heading through the story a little bit. getting items and whatnot. And yeah, pretty good. And we got Ground. That's a brand new spell. It's automatically added now, if you look, to our spell book. As you can see, it's a black magic level 1. So, inflicts a moderate amount of earth damage to enemy. Oh, cool. Pretty cool. And if you miss picking up items or spells throughout the game, don't panic. It's not the end of the world. You can actually later on buy most of them from a weapon shop or item shop or whatever. So, even if you miss these things, you just have to expend a little more money and you can buy them anyway. Alright, where the hell am I going? This place is just freaking huge. I don't want to miss anything, you know? Seeds! More seeds! Yay! Okay. Investigated all of this. Oh yeah, I investigated that already. So we're just continuing on. Okay, so there's... Ah!
Let's take him now.